BJJGearJunkie.com. Today with another gear review. Today we have a rash guard, and it is from Manto, and it is the Beast rash guard, okay? This thing's awesome. I mean, design-wise, to me, it's off the chart, okay? Like, Manto did a really good job plugging in to the jiu-jitsu culture, because probably if you've been around tournaments or rolled with somebody, you know, been sitting off to the side of the mat, somebody at some point has probably pointed to somebody else and said, that person's a beast, okay? We've all heard that, and it's really cool that Manto's actually played into that a little bit with this design for their rash guard, okay? It is a short sleeve rash guard, okay? I kind of go back and forth between the short sleeve and the long sleeve. Lately I've actually preferred like the 3/4 sleeves, so it comes like right down to your elbow joint. Those seem to be sort of the perfect blend for me in my experience anyways, between the long sleeve and the short sleeve, okay? There's one issue with this that I will talk about, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this rash guard. There's not a lot to talk about when it comes to a rash guard, except for the stitching, the fit, and obviously the design, okay? So, I have read that people say that this is like a thin rash guard. It's really not that thin. It's on par with most of the other rash guards out there, except maybe it is a tiny bit thin compared to some of the other Manto ones. But I didn't have a problem with it. I just kind of noticed it. But for me, that's okay because I prefer my rash guards to fit pretty tight and almost be like a second layer of skin, okay? I don't like to feel like I'm rolling in a baggy t-shirt under my baggy gi, okay? I hate that. All right, so real quick, let's talk about the stitching on this. In terms of quality, and I'll roll in some close-up, guys, don't worry about it. In terms of quality, I had no issues with this, with the stitching and everything, okay? The fit was pretty good, except for the one issue I'm going to talk about. The length was fine. It did come untucked a couple times, but that's pretty standard. Overall, though, I've had worse rash guards that ride up. This is not that bad. The issue that I have with this and a lot of the short sleeve rash guards is the seam that runs directly under the armpit, okay? I hate that. And the reason is because it cuts up into you and then it irritates you as you move, okay? Because that seam is constantly rubbing and irritating under your armpit, all right? This wasn't the worst one that I've had. I think it's because the stitching they use is good. But I've had others, like I think I have a starter. They just chews my armpits up, okay, and I hate it. But this one was more of like a little irritant sometimes, and I know that they're aware of this because in their long sleeve designs they don't do that. So I'm almost thinking it might have something to do with just there's not enough material in a short sleeve to bypass that. But if there is a way, please, please, please find a way to do it, okay? Any company, Manto, whoever, just don't do that seam under the armpit because it really bugs me, okay? All right, so there you have it. Now let's talk about the design a little bit, okay? So obviously we have this cool color scheme where it's black with this nice green, and it almost looks like, I don't know, like zebra stripe pattern up here, okay? With the Manto logo here. They do have a Manto logo over here on the sleeve as well. And then the back is really what catches the eye with this though. Bam! Okay? That is sick. So cool, alright? It's like a gorilla beast thing, I'm not even sure, okay? But it's awesome. And it definitely catches the eye. Whenever I wear this, you know, in class or to open mats or to tournaments or whatever, people are always like, that is sick. Okay, so it's definitely one of the flashier rash guards for sure, okay? But in terms of design, I think I love it personally. It's really good. So there you have it, okay? This is the Manto Beast rash guard. Like I said, it's not a ton of stuff to talk about when it comes to rash guards. Make sure you read the written review, okay, up on the website. But overall, let's recap a little bit. The length is pretty good. The thickness for me is fine. Some people might say it's a little thin, but I didn't find that. The fit was good except for the seam under the armpit. I wish they would do away with that because it does chafe sometimes, okay? So I'm 107 pounds right now, and I got a medium, and it fits the way that I like it to, okay? It's tight, all right? But it's not like constricting tight. It's just not baggy. All right, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the written review. Like us on Facebook because we do a ton of contests there and giveaways. And follow us on the Twitter and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.